Ian from Lean Media. Today, we'll be talking about USPS Ground Advantage and what it means for Amazon businesses. If this video helps, please take a moment to like it and follow me, and let's get started. So, I noticed people talking on the Amazon Seller Central forums about USPS Ground Advantage replacing first class mail, and also I've experienced USPS Ground Advantage as a seller on Etsy. And basically today, I actually had to purchase my first Ground Advantage label. This is a label. I've removed all the personally identifying information. You can see that there's a big G instead of an F, as it used to be the case for first class mail. And you may be wondering, well, what does this mean for me as an Amazon seller? And there's a couple things that you need to take into account as an Amazon seller for this particular service. And let's just get started with the basics. So basically, the U.S. Postal Service is saying that you can get packages delivered in 2 to 5 business days in the United States. And that sounds pretty encouraging. First class mail was kind of a similar time frame, but sometimes it was a little bit longer. This is Ground Advantage, meaning that it's shipped by ground. It's not shipping by air. The USPS website actually points out that this means hazmat materials, and I think things like, items with these rechargeable batteries, they can use this particular service because it's not so dangerous to the cargo if it's in a truck compared to if it's in an airplane. One very important difference with USPS Ground Advantage is the pricing. So in the past, if you were using first class mail, if it was over 15.999 ounces, you had to switch to a different service. And oftentimes this meant switching to priority mail, which is pretty expensive, or US Parcel Select, which has some drawbacks in terms of returns. USPS Ground Advantage actually goes up to 70 pounds, as you can see on this particular chart. And this is the pay chart, including all the different zones. I found that first of all, these are the stated prices on the USPS website. If you purchase this type of shipping through like ShipStation or Shippo or Etsy or another provider that kind of has an interface with the USPS, the price will actually be cheaper than it's shown here. So for instance, I sent a 12-ounce package to Zone 5. I didn't pay $6.40. I paid like $4.80 or something. That's for this label right here. So I'm pretty encouraged by the pricing on this. But there are a couple other questions that I have about it. So while I do like the fact that now I can get a package that's more than 1 pound without having to go the priority mail route, I am not so happy about a couple other things. And first of all, USPS is apparently having some transitioning issues in Ground Advantage. I don't know if this is shown up on Amazon, but some sellers are concerned about this. And by the way, if you are an Amazon seller, this will only be an issue if you are actually shipping fulfilled by merchant. If you're doing FBA, I wouldn't worry about this because Amazon takes care of the shipping for that. And usually, although not always, they're using their own internal shipping service, not turning to the USPS. And as an FBA seller, you don't have to deal with that anyways. But if you are a fulfilled by merchant seller, you definitely will be running into Ground Advantage at one point. And I would be concerned if there's these technical issues extend into the fall. I'm actually thankful that the Postal Service rolled this out now in the summer of 2023. And didn't wait until like October, November, because you can imagine if there was any problems, like transition problems during the holiday period, that would be a disaster for everybody. And as anybody who's been shipping for a long time on Amazon, and certainly that I fall into that category, we know what happens when there's problems with USPS shipping. I mean, 2020 and 2021 were disasters for a lot of Amazon businesses. So one other thing I wanted to point out was this is a discussion forum on the Amazon Seller Central forum, and they're talking a bit about the advantages and disadvantages of this. Like me, they're worried about these transition issues that they're talking about, but they brought up a couple other points. One thing is that the Ground Advantage includes $100 insurance coverage, so that's actually like priority mail, which is that's really good. And then also there's the return shipping. They talk about that. This person also did some research, and they found that there's a $4 surcharge on any package with a length greater than 22 inches. So if you're selling something like a tiki torch and you're fitting it into a long box, you're gonna pay more than the stated Ground Advantage rates because it is an extra long items. So I would check out the Amazon Seller Central forums about this and see what people are saying. The other big unknown about this is what you have to do for your Amazon shipping templates. It seems that Amazon has actually integrated the existing shipping templates with a new Ground Advantage. And for smaller packages, I don't think you have to make any big changes. But for larger packages, you may have to go into your shipping settings and make some changes. I would hold off a little bit because it seems that Amazon is still working through some issues, and not just Amazon, but also the U.S. Postal Service. So I would wait and see how those are worked out before I would go into changing shipping settings. Because one thing that would be bad is if you go into Amazon Seller Central and then you go into your shipping settings. Where are they even located? I'm not even sure where you have to go for shipping these days. But anyways, there's a section. There's a section in here. Oh, I know where it is. There's a section in here where you can update your shipping settings. I wouldn't change the templates just yet until USPS and Amazon have kind of worked through the early growing pains with this particular service. So I would say end of July, early August. Then I would get into altering the shipping templates as needed, and then definitely go to the Amazon Seller Central forums, search for Ground Advantage, and see what people are talking about, because other people are concerned about this. Other people are monitoring what to do, and there's lots of kind of growing pains with this. Be patient with the Postal Service employees because they're learning about it too. It's a new thing for them as well. But I'm kind of cautiously optimistic that this is an improvement over first-class mail, and also the 1 pound cutoff that used to be an issue with packages, where you'd have to get these expensive priority mail rates, which was not that fun to deal with. And the prices for this look pretty good. I'm glad they include $100 of insurance, and there's some other benefits as well. But the devil is in the details. Let's see how the early growing pains are worked out. I would also be very concerned if these growing pains extend into the fall, because that's when things start to get real. That's when a lot of shippers are dealing with the holiday period coming up, and we want to make sure that there's no hiccups when you're shipping hundreds or even thousands of packages during the holiday period, and you just need a reliable service for your packages. My name is Ian Lamont. I've been an Amazon seller for a long time. If you check out my official blog, it's at leanmedia.org. Click on blog, click on video, search for FBA or Fulfilled by Merchant or Amazon Shipping or whatever, and you'll see a whole bunch of different posts come up. I just try to help out other people understand their business and get the most out of Amazon or Etsy or eBay or Shopify or whatever other tools that they use to run a business. And if you could follow me on YouTube and like the video, I'd be very grateful. This is Ian signing off. Thank you so much for watching.